Here's Purdy.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside sling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another 49.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Spinning away. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Panther 60.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The Cardinals at 11-2 now. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Cougar 19.
Short one here, caught by McBride. Gets past one man. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, look at this Arizona defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now he's going to step up and run. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
49-7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the... Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's on his way. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
He's brought down by Jordan Birch.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the ball. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Purdy. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Banks. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Purdy now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, 65 yards. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up. Pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Bart, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Will try and do this himself.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the kick.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. What a great play there. 59 yards.
And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35. 49ers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Fields going to run.
And this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Here's Jack Fox now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They go play action here on first down.
Completes this to Elijah Higgins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
31-yard line.
1960.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
On second down, here's the option.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
77.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Okay, break.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Come on. Set. Viking 18.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
That's the score. Cardinals 42, 49ers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find some room to get this out to about the 14. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Another run here with Benson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 3rd and 7.
19 Lions. Ready? 7, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete.
That is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now, these 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale.
Ready? Bronco 80. Ready?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
22-yard line.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? Cowboy. Let's go. Ready?
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Cards have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes it.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
All right. Go.
Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Track. 19, target. Let go.
A give left side for Benson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Short one here, caught by the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Here we go, here we go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Goes right back to McBride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. laying himself out in the end zone. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, good return up past the 30. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here we go. Right.
Play action. It's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is getting after it now. They get the sack on first down, and now the pressure's there again, and that forces a throwaway.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Turn, turn. Nelson. Tonight.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
It's 4th down.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, Scott. Green 19, green 19.
Here's Fields. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Fields. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run over center with Benson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
19, 70 lock, Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A huge play there for Arizona. 59 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Come on, set. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. For Kidder here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Two. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Benson.
He fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
For a tough one on the road, that has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Fields changing the play. From the 38, Fields.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
3-19,
Off play action, Fields will try and do this himself. Right side. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 40. Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and getting another one right there. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, here comes Benson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
18 rattling. Stephanie.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. Fights him off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 142 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready.
On 1st down, right back to Benson. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, we see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Arizona, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,
They drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.